Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Hokey smokes. It is grayish and overcast outside, but not cold by far. It is heading into summer. Oh boy, it's probably going to be a hot one. Yay! Thumbs up for that. Hopefully your day is going to be a good one. That would be a very, very good thing as well. So, front-loading your videos, hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that'd be double plus good. And I wish I knew how to add the names of all of my Patreon patrons to my videos here, but I'm using Share Factory from the PS4 to record this, and I don't know how to do that. So, yay. But there are a lot of Patreon patrons that I am very grateful to. Very, very cool. Thumbs up. Thank you. So, if you'd like to help me out to become a patron, I have links in the video description along with links to a PayPal for possible donations, an Amazon wishlist link with things like pet food on it. Thumbs up for that, and front loading of videos over. Yay! Hopefully not too terrible. I'm trying to get into at least a temporary routine of doing certain things at certain times so that my brain will function better. Yay! It's a good thing to function better anyway. As a quick aside, I have the little Microsoft Note tab book over here. It's updating and getting ready and adding new Windows updates, and the funny thing about that is, and thank goodness for it, you need a password and an email address to get into your account, but they also give you a PIN. Well, you choose the PIN, and then that's how you actually log in. Thank goodness, because I forgot the password and the email address that I used for it. But at least I remember the PIN, so I start up and then I type in the PIN and then I'm in. So thumbs up for that. Yay! But I'm getting that still up and ready and running, and I've got the Chromebook over here running and doing stuff, and so that's a very, very good thing. Yay! I like being connected. Again, thank you, Fluffy Big Butt and Nexor. Both of you greatly, greatly appreciated each and everything that you have done physically to help me out. Others have sent me other pieces of equipment that right now I can't do anything with my main computer being dead. But I have fan parts and computer parts, and that is very cool. Thank you all so much. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Another thing I wanted to say on this, I was sent, let's see, is it in the box? I can't remember if I put it all back in the box. It's an IDE and SATA hard drive adapter so that I'd be able to pull the data for my Minecraft world off of my hard drive that it's on, because foolishly I forgot to back it up. And then I was looking at this and going, this is pretty cool, because it's a nice little thing. You hook up your drive to it, and then you can use that as a USB sort of drive and get the information off of it. And that's really cool. And then I had the crashing moment of, oh no, because it has an install disk, of course, and you can't use that on a Chromebook because it's not going to let you install, and it doesn't have a CD drive on it. And then I remembered, well, why would I want to put it onto the Chromebook anyway? I can't run Minecraft on it. This is perfect, because when I get my system up and running, all I need is a different SSD drive for the C drive, hook this up, suck the information off the C drive, and then use that as the external drive. It's perfect. Thank you so much, Nexor. This is awesome. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up on that. So, I appreciate each and every person that has helped me out by sending me anything physical, or has, I'm also still trying to make sure that this is booting and all this over here, so yay. Mr. Technology Guru, as I should be doing this here. Let me continue to check my list here. Oh yes, one of the things. I am stupidly stubborn plenty of times. Stupidly stubborn. My leg has not been healing up anywhere near as quickly as I would like. It is still swollen. There is a general... I'm going to sign in over here real quick. It has been swollen. It has been slightly warmer. And that's the thing about it, is it's been slightly warmer. Last night when I took my stockings off, because I wear support stockings because of swelling, I was feeling my leg to see if it was warmer. And it felt slightly warmer, to the point that I had to check my upper leg, check my ankle, and then compare the heat there, and then compare the heat to how my other foot felt in the ankle there. And the thing is, if you have an infection where you have redness and heat, you don't go, gosh, let me check here and compare. Is this warmer or cooler? How about on this foot? And then compare it to this. Is this foot cooler? Or... It's not subtle. If you have an infection and you have redness and heat, it's hot to the touch. So if I have it so subtle in heat that I'm going, comparing it to both sides, there's not really an issue with infection in that fashion. Before I went to bed, it was that way. This morning, it's still that way. No real heat. And even the redness, discoloration, is starting to fade more. It's still swollen, less swollen than it was yesterday. But oh boy, like I say, I can be stupidly stubborn. I went out walkies anyway last night, when yesterday I started off the day with, oh boy, did my ankle really hurt. And when I say my ankle, it was not the actual ankle, but this part of it, the inner part of my leg, which of course that's the lateral, and lateral toward the inner part of your body, I think, and medial toward the inner side, lateral toward the outside, something like that. It's on the outside. Here I am foolish. I can't even remember the terms that I haven't used for 20 years, and I feel bad about that. It's on the inner part of my ankle. That's where it was hurting. But last night I tried to go walkies. I made it to the local Safeway, and I walked a block past the Safeway, and then I stopped and went, you know, there's really no reason that I have to be stupid about this. This hurts. And it was a sharp pain. It was bad. Not good at all. And I'd already been worrying about, hey, maybe it's a blood clot if it's not clearing up with antibiotics. The thing is, with a blood clot, that's generally not a subtle thing either. One of the things they worry about when you go in with something like cellulitis is the swelling, the redness, and the heat are also signs and symptoms of possible blood clots. So if it's not clearing up, maybe it's not cellulitis. And so I'm worrying last night, because I took a shower as well, maybe it's a blood clot, and I'm worried about that. But it wouldn't be a subtle thing. It's not a subtle thing. There's swelling, heat, pain, redness, and there's some swelling still, of course, and it's going to get worse as the day goes by, because I don't have a really good lymph system in my lower extremities. So normally human beings do have a certain amount of swelling because of gravity pulling the fluid downward in your body. I have that even worse because my body doesn't pump the fluid up out of my lower extremities as well as it should, because of all the cellulitis I've had in the past that damaged my lymph system in my lower extremities. Thumbs up. So I am worried. Now, Fluffy Big Butt in comments said, do you really think it's terminal bone cancer? And the thing is, no. There's two reasons I've been saying it that way. Number one is dark comedic humor, jumping to the worst possible thing and making it as horrific as possible. Dark comedic humor, so dark that it might not even be funny at all, that sort of thing. And sometimes I'm the kind of person that likes anti-humor, where sometimes something can be so not funny that is funny. So no, I'm not really expecting it to be terminal bone cancer. On the other hand, I have been a negative person all my life. I've tried since I got married to be much, much more positive, and I am much more positive now by several orders of magnitude than I have been. But what I've done most of my life is latch on to the worst possible consequence of what's happening, because if it's true, then I'm prepared. And if it's not true, then hey, it's a pleasant surprise. So no, do I actually think it is I'm checking on all of my note tab things here, making sure they're all functioning properly. Do I actually think it's terminal bone cancer? No, there are 1.5 million things that it could be. Anything from changes in diet to older age and the problems with my lymph system not functioning perfectly, to there are 1,000,001 different diseases and disease types, some of them bad, some of them not so bad, that it could be. It could be anything. I'm just latching on to terminal bone cancer, checking the time, for a whole darkly comedic effect. And yeah, just if it is something horrible like that, at least I'll be partially prepared. And if it's not, hey, what a relief, huh? So, continuing to check my list here. Here is one thing, because I have mentioned that I have there are corns, I believe, that are on the outsides of my little toes now, where they've had pressure on my shoes where they've been rubbing. So there is a larger portion of callus, but a particular spot within those where the callus has gotten deeper and much sharper. So any pressure on that pushes deeper, sharper edges into living meat down below. And boy, those hurt like fire. So I can understand why people have had issues, painful problems with this throughout human history. And now I got them because of, while I like sort of the shoes that I bought, and I need to buy new ones for my latest walkies, they have been rubbing for the first time on both of my toes in the spots that now I've got corns. So I bought some medicated corn pads, and I'm wearing those. They, oh, itchy, itchy, itchy. They have, don't know where the wrapper is, but it's like 40% salicylic acid. Now, salicylic acid is one of the partial compounds that's in aspirin, which is acetylsalicylic acid. Now, I, with my various conditions and such, do really, really like the way some words sound and feel when you say them. And I have come across various words and phrases that feel good to say. But one of them that has been for decades, and I still can't think of a better word that feels good for me to say, is salicylic acid. Salicylic is the type, acetyl for aspirin, and acetylsalicylic is, if I don't stumble over it, because it is kind of tongue twistery, it just feels good to say. Acetylsalicylic, and then acid at the end, because that's what it is. Because most things in the world, I mean, you're either acid or base, depending on which direction your pH is. And just because something's acid doesn't mean it's like the hydrochloric acid in your stomach. No, that just means its pH is, on the acidic side. So, yay. But past that, not a whole lot that I've got written down for stuff, because yesterday I didn't do well brain-wise. Combination of my leg just hurting, not feeling all that good, and just the previous night's insomnia and having some issues with falling asleep. And then after I woke up, normally I am time blind all day now. Even taking meds for ADHD and depression, I am more time blind than Not more time blind than I've been in my life, but with the various ADHD meds, I've been here, come up to here, now I'm like right here, better than I have been, worse than the golden city on the mountain effect I've had before, so I'm more time blind, but less than I have been most of my life. But when I woke up yesterday, things slowed down. And they didn't just run at 1 minute per 1 minute. It was like it took a full minute for 30 seconds to go by. It was slow like molasses for some time. Which I don't like to be time blind, and while I like time to last, I don't like being, stuck in molasses either, so that was unpleasant in a different direction. I don't mind having 1 minute go by at 1 minute. Otherwise, with my time blindness, it's, days go by like hours, and weeks go by like days, and months go by like weeks, and years go by like months. Yay. Past that, just been thinking about stuff that I haven't written down. I tried to think as much as I could about as much on my creative front as I can. Really, the whole parts of the stuff that I was thinking about was iterations and such on, and contemplations upon, you don't notice normal. Because it's true, you don't notice normal. Have you ever been in a situation where you can't remember where you last walked, like 5-10 blocks if you were walking, or if you've ever driven anywhere, go, I can't even remember the last 5 miles. The thing is, just because you don't remember it doesn't mean that you were dangerous. It just means that you don't remember it. You were still doing everything properly. You weren't a zombie mindlessly doing something and then your body was trying to keep you alive. No, one of the reasons that we skip over and have these little fugue moments like that is your body, your consciousness only remembers new stuff. It filters out old. That also happens with your consciousness. There is a filter in your head for memories, and short-term memory lasts short-term. And then there is a place where stronger memories go for a medium term. This is where it is decided. Is it going to be a short-term memory or is it going to be long-term memory? And they sit there, and if it lasts into a long-term memory, it gets pushed onward. Otherwise, it becomes short-term and vanishes. And I have already, because of that, forgotten where I was going with what I was talking about. Aside from my talking about trying to be doing the creative stuff. So, isn't that great? A big example of what I was talking about. It hit that medium point filter and didn't make it into long term. It was treated as short term and is gone. Fugue states. There we go. See? So your body and your brain, even during conscious moments, only records stuff that is different and new. So you can go through and just into the ether 10-minute periods because nothing new and different happened, and your body does take a million shortcuts. So it didn't remember anything because it wouldn't have helped you to remember anything. And this spot on my arm, holy smokes! Oh my God! If you saw, I can't move my arm, it's right here. It is like massive. There's a thick red strip where I've scratched it, like the capillaries have burst. Holy, and it is still itchy. This is bizarre. Well, I'm scratching myself injured. I wish I had a good way to show that, but everything is so bright and shiny. Can you see that? It still itches. I desperately want to scratch that. And it just started up that way. I have no idea what's going on. But then, as I've mentioned, sometimes even diet can do stuff like that. Sometimes you can have too much of one particular nutrient, and how does it show up? You'll have like a scaly patch of skin on your calf. And that's your sign that you've got too much of this one nutrient. Good job interpreting that if you can. So yeah, I have no ideas why this is suddenly so itchy. Technically what I have here is a whole bunch of petechiae, and petechiae are just small little tiny red dots where, it's like in this particular case, I apparently burst a whole bunch of little blood vessels by scratching. Yay. But, taking a look at my list, I had this happen. Trust me, I've tried to think about creative stuff. I'm just not going to be able to talk about it. What I do want to do is thank some people for having left me comments in the past 24 hours. I'm not going to count because right now my brain isn't functioning properly enough for me to be able to count properly. But I'm going to go through and thank whoever left me comments in the past 24 hours. And if I mispronounce a username, my sincere apologies. So we have Jesse Koskinen. If they could put Bloodborne on the Switch, that would be awesome. I don't know if they could, but it's hard to say. I'm not a programmer. But Lewis, thumbs up and thank you. And yeah, I plan on doing some Minecraft stuff today, I hope. And Andrew Leonardo, thumbs up and thank you. JAYY, greatly appreciated, thumbs up and thank you. Hopefully you are doing well as well. There is JBG, greatly appreciated. Blue Toad, here's hoping things keep getting better. Things are, slowly but surely, so that's a good thing. There is Popshot, greatly appreciated. Beyond the Capsule, thumbs up. Cinematic Horror, greatly appreciated. Kenzie, thumbs up. There is Fluffy Big Butt, and hopefully I explain why I don't really think that it's bone cancer, just me being me. But there is Philotron 128, thumbs up, thank you, greatly appreciated, and hopefully I'll be able to get things worked out, but thank you very much for the offer of help, it is appreciated. Larry from Space, greatly appreciated. Israelit, thumbs up, good to see you as well. RJ Mitchell, greatly appreciated, thumbs up. I wish I was feeling better and didn't have weird things happening to like my arm and such. But thumbs up, thank you, and good to see you in comments as well. Yay! And Nexor, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. It is greatly appreciated, all your help, and I'll keep my eye open for that arrival. There's Jared TG, thumbs up, and thank you. Krilton, greatly appreciated, and Hokey Smokes, thumbs up, and thank you. And then there is like Droid, thumbs up, and that is it in the past 24 hours. If these people have left me comments, and it is appreciated to no end. So Hokey Smokes, it's a day. I'm gonna try. I gotta make a phone call. I've had at least one call where I have to do follow-ups for my emergency visit, so hopefully I can get that done today. Hopefully you can get done the things that you need to get done, and of course, if you can't, don't beat yourself up. Get through the day and survive. That's the most important part. So I'm going to try and survive. Hopefully you can try and survive. I do have plans as stated. I want to do more Bloodborne. I want to have a Minecraft video, but hokey smokes does it take forever to upload videos. A 2 gigabyte file uploaded from my PlayStation is about 40 minutes to do. So that's fun. I'm going to do as much as I can while still trying to get better. If my leg doesn't heal up here real soon, because this upcoming Saturday it'll have been a week, I'm like halfway done with my antibiotics. If it doesn't get better faster, I'm going to have to head back up there. I don't think it is a blood clot because it's not acting painful or red or extra heated. I mean, it's painful to walk on, but it's not painful to actual touch. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and no matter what, just like water and acid off a duck's back, just try and make it through the day. And now I gotta restart this thing. I've been figuring out how to use Share Factory, so I should be trimming these parts off. I should.